It's all about San Leandro BART. How are we looking?
Yeah, it's still closed. The orange, green, and blue lines are still closed this morning because of an earlier fire at the San Leandro BART station. What you need to know now for your commute is you cannot take BART from Dublin, Pleasanton, or Berryessa, North San Jose, or anywhere along those lines. Essentially, anywhere south of Lake Merritt on a third of the BART system is closed. If you need to get across the bay, Trans-Bay service is available. We just spoke with Chris Filippi, who told us that. We do have a reporter on the scene who will tell us more about the actual fire. Very dramatic pictures. We'll get to that in a minute. But you need to know that if you are driving on any of these routes, for example, Interstate 880 or maybe the Bay Bridge, there's going to be more traffic for you. And also, there's a new injury crash on the Bay Bridge. It's eastbound, though, leaving San Francisco near Treasure Island. Fire department and CHP just pulling up, and that may slow you down out of San Francisco. 7:01. Let's go back to the desk.
Dan, let's go deeper into that breaking news here in the East Bay. 3 BART lines are shut down due to a fire on the tracks in San Leandro.
It's a big story. KTVU's James Torres is at the BART station. So what do you see out there now?
Dave and Garcia, we still see some of the remnants of what started this whole mess this morning. Behind me is the San Leandro BART station, and what we're seeing at this point looks a little better than what we saw about an hour ago. About an hour ago, we saw actual flames still on the grass and still on the tracks that you see here. Now you see some of the workers. I believe there are some PG&E crews out here, BART workers out here as well, trying to take a look at the lines and making sure that all the electrification is now powered down, because that is what will make it safe for firefighters to come out, assess what's been burned, see what fire might still be left to put it out, because the most dangerous thing you can do is put water on anything that has electrical current flowing through it. So they want to make sure that they avoid doing that. But I do want to show you some video that we found and we saw that shows what kind of started this whole thing just about a few hours ago this morning. Yeah, it was just about 5 o'clock this morning. We heard from Alameda County fire crews who tell us some sort of electrical problem happened right there on the underpass of the train tracks here. And then that resulted in the fire that spread into this nearby area. Thankfully, that fire did not spread much further beyond the actual grounds of the tracks. I mean, there is an apartment complex across the street from where we are. There's a parking garage and some buildings and businesses that are behind this BART station. So had that spread, that could have been a bigger problem than what we're seeing right now. But for the most part, that fire contained just that BART station. Doesn't really seem like we can see any flames anymore at this point here, but the crews are still walking around and getting a look at some of the damage that has been a result of what started here this morning. We can still see smoke. We can still smell it too. And we know that the power in the area is now out, and I think that was a result of the fire itself. I think that's something that they manually did. They manually powered off some of the area. And as a result, we are seeing about 2,600 customers for PG&E without power at this point. We've seen some of the intersections, the stoplights there, also without power too. So no time no really telling how soon all of that will be powered back on. BART also telling us no telling how soon the service will be restored here. About a third of it gone as of right now. So if you need to do any form of traveling into San Francisco, say, or even towards Lake Merritt from this part of the Bay Area, you're not going to be able to do that on BART. So be sure to research some of your bus bridges and what else is available for you to get to where you need to go. But at this time here, the next step that we are waiting for is for some of these engineers and these inspectors to make sure that the power on these lines are de-electrified, that the electrification is powered off, and it gets to a point where it's safe enough that firefighters can go up, explore, put out any fires that they need to put out, and then, and only then, can BART look into trying to get those trains running again. But we expect this to be something that's going to last for several hours here. The fire department says they haven't actually even gone up to the train tracks just yet because they want to make sure it's safe to do so before they do that. It's a story we're going to be following all morning long, potentially all day long. We're going to bring you the updates as soon as we get them. We know that a representative from BART, you heard from Chris Filippi just a few moments ago, they will be sending someone out here so we can get more updates here in person. We will bring you those updates and let you know as soon as these train tracks are operational once again. For now, we are live this morning in San Leandro. We'll send it back to you, Garcia and Dave.
All right, James, thank you.